There's more tonight on the firing of former Housing Minister Kenneth Russell. He didn't hold back as he told ZNS News what likely led to his firing and detailed the parting words between he and a man whom he said he was closer than most to. Natalie Martinborough of our Northern Service was there as the terminated Housing Minister arrived on Grand Bahama shortly after 1 o'clock this afternoon on board a Bahamas Air flight to a crowd of waiting supporters.
On Monday, the Prime Minister called me and told me he's not running me anymore. And my question was, who is the Prime Minister? He's not the party. The party is the Free National Movement. And I told some of my colleagues, if we can allow one man to dictate to the Free National Movement, then whatever we get, we deserve.
And that may have been the final straw. The now former housing minister said he later got a call advising him of a meeting with the Prime Minister for 9:30 Friday morning. He said after that meeting he was fired from the cabinet.
He said to me that he asked me to sit. I sat. He asked me then to. He said that I told somebody that I asked somebody who he is, or told somebody who he think he is, and he's going to show me who he is. He wanted my resignation by 12 o'clock. And I said, or else? He said, or else I'll do what I have to do.
The High Rock Member of Parliament said he then left the meeting and went to the Ministry of Housing, dropped off the government's vehicle and keys, and then headed back to Grand Bahama. Admitting that he is deeply disappointed and sometimes fighting back tears, Russell said he's satisfied that he did nothing wrong.
The Prime Minister may say that I've done some wrong. I don't recall any wrong things. Fighting for Grand Bahamians to get a project in Grand Bahama to create jobs for my people, so my people can eat and feed their family and educate their children. Fighting for that. If that is wrong, then I admit that I was totally wrong. But the people of Grand Bahama is more important to me than any one man or any party. Grand Bahama has suffered too long. And if I'm going to be fired because I stood up for getting a project in Grand Bahama, then so be it.
He indicated that the project for East Grand Bahama was turned down 4 times, but he is adamant that the government should have met with the investors before turning it down. He said now he's being punished and he didn't expect to be terminated for speaking his mind.
When it comes to my mind, if he could do this to me, as far as I know, with no reason, I do not understand where God is in his heart. And I am sorry for the Bahamian people that we have to go through this kind of leadership in our country.
The former housing minister said while he is no longer in cabinet, he remains in FNM and he plans to seek the party's nomination in the upcoming elections.
That may irk some people and that may get them marks, they say so, okay? But Grand Bahama does not belong to Hubert Alexander Ingram, and neither does the Bahamas, and neither does the FNM. And I believe the FNM party should allow all of us to speak our minds, regardless of how each one of us feel. We should also speak it in council, and if they want to change that philosophy, then fine with me.
Russell said he didn't have a chance to speak with any of his parliamentary colleagues up to the time he arrived on Grand Bahama. But while addressing the media, he was greeted by Member of Parliament for Clifton, Kendall Wright.
I was closer to Hubert Alexander Ingram than anyone else that I know of. So if he did it to me, he can do it to you.
The High Rock Member of Parliament said he has no regrets and he thanks the Prime Minister for allowing him to serve in the cabinet of the Bahamas. Natalie Martinborough, ZNS News.